Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. I've got my buddy Shane Draper here from Grilla Grills. Shane, awesome to see you, brother.
Hey, great to be here, man.
I know we're getting ready for Memphis in May this week, but Shane took the time to come by, and we're doing another one of these videos to where I have somebody teach me something. I'm really liking this setup. And Shane, what are we going to do today?
Well, let's be honest, man. How many videos have you and Rochelle done? Like 2,000 by now? Y'all do something every week. So I thought, what can I do to work in crazy ingredients like ponzu and eel sauce? And we're gonna take those and put them in my favorite thing in the whole world, and that's a taco.
Hey, street tacos?
Yeah, Japanese street
style?
tacos.
All right, I love it. Let's get to cooking, man.
Let's do it.
All right, so Shane, I see two nice ribeyes here. What are you gonna do with these tacos?
All right, so I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Japanese restaurant and they serve them, they're called asparagus beef rolls. They pretty much will take a beautiful steak like this or a flank steak, and they're gonna cut it real thin, and they're gonna roll a bundle of these asparagus in it. You're gonna throw it on a flat top, sear it off, bake it real good, and hit it with the unagi or eel sauce. That was kind of the concept for this taco, right? Because I love those things. I love asparagus. I love grilled asparagus especially, and who can't love steak? But all those are very dark, kind of umami-rich ingredients. You needed a kind of a pop in there, a pop of sweet, and that's where we're bringing in our friend Mr. Grilled Corn. We're gonna paint this with a little bit of ponzu mayo, sprinkle it with our Togarashi, get that little hit of pepper in there, and then our asparagus, we're just gonna drizzle with our sesame oil, again, a little sprinkle of Togarashi, and that's kind of really it.
Really simple. I love that. Yeah. So we got the veggies on, Shane. What are we doing to the ribeyes?
So you being a great SCA cook, how would you do a ribeye there, right? It's all about putting a little crust on it, giving it a nice sear, and then just calling it done, right?
Keeping it on the rare side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the star of this show to give us that crust is, again, it's that Japanese rub, that Togarashi. I mean, we're just gonna put a pretty good coat on.
So if you want to substitute out something, you could completely go with your flavors, right?
You could use whatever rub you want. And you can just use straight salt and pepper. You don't, and garlic. You don't need much.
So they're ready for the grill, right?
They're ready for the grill, and I tell you what, it's your house, and you won way more steak contests than I have. You're gonna cook these steaks,
Hey,
brother.
I'll cook them, man. I'm not scared. I've just got this Kong going with some good B&B lump charcoal. It's running about 600 degrees. No plate setter. Just got a set of grill grates on it. All we're gonna do is we're gonna get them on at an angle, press them into the grate just a little bit. They don't need but about a minute and a half because I'm going for more of that rare side on them. So I'm gonna get the lid closed, get a timer going.
So right now, it's all about that eel sauce. It's got a nice sweet, savory kick to it. So we're just gonna put that on there, brush it in, see how nice it glazes. So we're gonna let these hang out. That eel sauce is gonna soak into them, rest them up real good, and make sure all those juices redistribute. We'll slice them, we'll build some tacos.
All right, Shane, you got all the ingredients ready for this first one, man. Put it together for me.
But so we're gonna start with the asparagus because that's what's easy. And you just want it in bite-sized pieces. I just like it in just little crunchy pieces. I love leaving these on when we grill because they look beautiful and it gives us a handle to work with. But for what we're doing, we're just gonna take these off. And then, just old style, right? What we used to do, down south.
Fried corn, Bubba.
That's right. Now for the star. It's some of the prettiest steaks I've seen cooked in a minute. That eel sauce just looks perfect on them. I'm gonna set this one over here right out the way, and we're gonna come right down in this one. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, man.
Look at that, all those juices have gone back in. I mean, that to me is just perfect. That's exactly how I like my steak.
Might be a little rare for some people, but hey, that's how I like it.
Now, so we got all that cut, but man, I think we need a little more sweet in there. We're gonna come back in with a little bit of that eel sauce.
All right, so show me what we're gonna do.
Man, it's all about simple, right? Normally you could throw a ton of garnish on here. I mean, we'll throw some onions here if you want them, but I'll build this taco how you want, right? This ain't Burger King, it's Malcolm's place, but we'll,
So you warm the tortillas?
Yeah, they gotta be warm. Put them on that 500-degree Kong. They still feel great in my hand. And you gotta double layer. It's not a street taco without a double layer, right? Gotcha. So you gotta start with that steak. Steaks, you look some good fatty pieces. Look at that.
Oh man, that's it right there.
I don't make it too full, but I mean that's already pretty full. We're gonna put a little bit of our asparagus in there. Just a little bit of that corn for color. Let's see what your tongue thinks about it.
Oh man. I mean, look at this. That's a beautiful street taco. I'm gonna go in at it right here.
Steak was bite through.
You're not gonna beat these. You making 2 more tacos and you're gonna beat these?
2 more.
Son, hands down. That's a freaking taco, man.
I appreciate it.
You gotta make you one of these.
When you come to How to Barbecue Right, you gotta bring the A game, man.
You brought it today. The ribeye cooked rare like that, drizzled with the eel sauce, that puts it over the top, but you pick up the flavors of the asparagus and of the corn. All that works together. 3 simple things we've got here with just the sauce and the same seasoning profile on them.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Thank you.
I love it. So Shane, now I see you got some tuna out here. What are we gonna do with these tacos?
For Japanese tuna tataki is a thing, and in America that's kind of come to be known that sesame seed crusted tuna that's grilled real quick. The key to this really is what we're putting on this. So we've made a wasabi guacamole, right? And you know, we were talking earlier today about, you know, our grandparents made something called thunder and lightning, which is basically pickles and onions in a vinegar solution. It was basically pickling the onions and the cucumbers together, yeah. And we're gonna do the exact same thing and put that on top of our tacos, and that's the idea for this taco.
Tuna Tataki tacos.
That's right.
Rolls right off the tongue. So set me up, what are we doing?
We're basically just going to take our tuna, we're gonna soak it just for a second in our sauce, and then we're just gonna press it right onto the bed of sesame seeds.
So in the sauce, we've got the mirin, the ponzu,
Right.
and some honey.
The honey with that mirin and ponzu just brings it all together, and it helps those sesame seeds stick a little better. All right, so our grill is running 500. These aren't gonna take very long to cook. In fact, I may not even close the lid on them.
So this is just a super fast cook, right, Shane?
Crazy fast. And if you watch up the sides, you'll see the color transition as it cooks on the outside. We're just gonna give it a quick flip. You're gonna lose some sesame seeds, that's okay. You'll see where the flesh is showing through, it's starting to turn there. I mean, that's beautiful right there. So we'll grab the platter and throw it on there.
All right, Shane, so we've got the tuna done. We're gonna top it with the guacamole. Tell us a little bit about that guac. What's in it?
So it's basically wasabi guacamole. We got a little ponzu in there. So it's a much more savory guacamole.
Oh, we've got cucumbers, sliced onions in the ponzu.
Yeah, in ponzu, a little bit of a sesame oil in there as well. But this is gonna be a real fresh pop on top of all the savory guacamole on top of the tuna. We gotta get this tuna sliced up. We're gonna slice it nice and thin.
Hey, that's perfect for me, Shane. It's still got some rareness to it.
Right, but it's not
Good
overdone.
juice, yeah. So Shane, I'm on this side now because I know
You
what
already
time
snuck
it
around,
is.
man.
I know what time it is. How are we gonna build these?
We're gonna take our tortillas.
Corn tortillas warmed once again.
Yeah, you know, it's not a street taco without warm corn tortillas. You gotta do 2. Just come in with a nice healthy schmear. You're the man of the hour. Do you have a tuna that you prefer?
Let's go with that first one.
All right, look how pretty that is laid in there. Got the contrast. Put another little piece in there on this back side. And then we gotta get our cucumbers and onions in there.
I mean, that looks fantastic, beautiful. All the colors, I like the color of the guac, the tuna. Oh, this one's for me, right?
Yeah, you gotta start,
There
man.
you go. It's fresh.
Yeah,
The tuna's great on it, but man, I love the way the guacamole goes with it. The cucumber and the onions, kind of crispness.
yep.
That's all.
Got a little crunch in there, got a little juice. That's what it's all about.
Very good.
So now we gotta come in and we gotta trump all this.
One last taco.
One last taco to rule them all.
What are we doing?
It's all about that pork rib taco,
All right,
man.
let's get after it.
All right, let's do it. So I want to take a pork rib, put a little Japanese spin on it using this Togarashi powder. It's basically, that's a 7 chili powder with some extra goodies in there. And you just tasted it. What'd you think of it?
I love the flavor of it. The heat's just right. I mean, it's got a little bit of a kick, but you know, I guess the Japanese rubs, what I'm thinking.
It is. It's exactly a Japanese rub. And that's all we're going to do to these ribs. That's all we're going to put on them. We're not even going to coat the backside, but we're going to run these at 250 degrees because I'm going to tell you that silverback will make some righteous ribs at 250 degrees.
Let's get them on.
Let's do it. So these ribs are going to get real tricky. This is how complicated it's going to be right here. We're going to set them right in the middle, and we're going to come back about once every 45 minutes, and we're going to spritz them.
What's in the spritz?
The spritz, our secret ingredient, is Japanese ponzu sauce. It's basically just citrus soy sauce. I just load it up in a little spritzer bottle about every 45 minutes. We'll come along and we're just gonna hit it just like that until the ribs are done. We're not gonna wrap them. We're not gonna do anything to them. They're gonna cook themselves today. It's all about getting that bark because you want some texture in that taco.
I can't wait to try these.
Me too.
Now you're gonna show me a sauce that we're gonna glaze these ribs with. They're getting close.
Yeah.
See a bottle of my sauce up there. What you got working?
Got two Southern boys. We're doing some Asian flavors. I'm like, what if I made a Southern sumo sauce? What would that look like? You need some teriyaki in there for some sweet. We got your sauce for some color. And we got the secret ingredient, man, the gochujang for the heat. And it brings the heat, man. It's got some bang to it.
All right, Shane, so where we at on the ribs, man?
Man, you can see they got a beautiful pullback right here. Silverback's done its job. I mean, we've done nothing but spritz these about once every 45 minutes. So it's time to glaze them, man.
Color looks great on them, man. Let's get that sauce.
Yeah. When it comes to this sauce, don't be stingy with it. Get a real good coat. Remember, we want these to be real sweet and spicy.
So you're just gonna let the glaze tack up, stay in the heat just a little bit, ready to take them off and rest them for a few minutes.
Absolutely,
right?
we're gonna give them about 10, 15 minutes. If we think they need a little more glaze, we may add it, but I'll be honest, man, they look pretty good.
Hey, look, I'm ready to eat the slab just like that. So Shane, we've got the ribs glazed. You've garnished them with just a little bit more sesame seeds, some green onion.
Got to make them pretty.
What are we gonna do to these tacos?
Well, first thing we gotta do is divide them into bones, right? And then I'll basically kind of peel back that meat off that bone. You can chop that up if you want, but I'd like to get some big kind of steak kind of pieces and lay in that taco.
I've got the warm tortillas.
Awesome.
So tell me about the coleslaw real quick. It's just mayo-based slaw.
It's a mayo-based slaw, but we put some ponzu, rice wine vinegar, and things like that in there.
And we've got red cabbage, carrots,
Yeah, and
cilantro.
Yeah, a little cilantro. We kept
And then the mayo vinaigrette kind of.
right.
I like it. I like it.
Kept it simple. Now you want some good barky pieces, right?
Yeah, man. Now, hey, I want you to make it like you want it.
Some good meat pieces. I mean, look at the color on that.
Awesome, awesome.
You can't be mad at that right there. I'm just gonna use my hand.
Yeah, man, go for it. We all family here.
I don't know if I want to give this one away. It's awful pretty.
So that was for me. I'll
See what you think, brother.
And check it out. I mean, that's beautiful. I love the slaw, the pork rib. That taco's got some flavor, Shane. I'm getting the smokiness from the ribs, but you get the chili paste, the gallo chang, is that how you say it? With the sauce. That goes great as a glaze on it. Chili peppers and the rub, and then the slaws, the crispiness.
Well, you get the sweetness that comes through out of your sauce that marries it all together, man.
Awesome street taco. I mean, this will make you happy.
I agree. Man,
I like the crunch of the bark on those ribs, man.
Mark Graham's been sneaking around all day, trying to stay off camera, but we got to get him to try this spicy taco. What do you think?
Mark, come on in, man. Fix him up, Shane.
Bringing a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of crunch, a little bit of slaw to cool you down.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's see what you think, man.
How good is it, Mark?
I tell you, there's so much more flavor. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, man. It all comes through.
I just want to say thanks for y'all coming out today, Shane. Appreciate you teaching me something, man. These have been some excellent tacos. If I had to pick one, I'm going with a steak. I'm a steak man. The ribs are awesome. Tuna is really good, but it's just, you know, if I've got steak and I've got ribs, why am I eating tuna? You can find Shane, you can find Mark, both at Grilla Grills. Shane, give them all your credentials, man. Where can they get a hold of?
Everything for us is at grillagrills.com. You know, whether it's a YouTube channel, social media, you know, Instagram, all of it, at Grilla Grills.
Thanks for checking out our video today here at HowToBBQRight. If you like what we're doing, you can always subscribe to our channel too. We're going to be putting out new stuff all the time. Hopefully some more guests on here like Shane. We'll see you guys next time.